Okay, so this is 107%, which is named after an achievement which you get for visiting 86 or 87 unique screens or something like that. The rules for this category is to get every collectible and upgrade your ship, and also kill every enemy and visit every room in the game. So for the first couple of rooms we are most importantly going to avoid all checkpoints. The reason for this is that there is a collectible at the very, or actually to the left of the very first room, and we can only get there after getting the gun. Oh, first try. Even though I messed up getting on top of that, but we can only get that after getting the gun, so we need to go to the city to pick up the gun, and then we need to somehow get back, and the easiest way to do that is to just death warp back to the very first checkpoint. So we're gonna avoid every other checkpoint before that, though most of the checkpoint avoiding is done with now. We can get over there, because the one down there is sort of the last checkpoint we're gonna really see, hopefully. So we're gonna go out of bounds here and get the heart once again. And we'll try to actually... There we go. Ah, and then I miss. There we go. Now we're gonna go over here to get this collectible. This is gonna be the first of many abandoned cores we're going to get. There are 11 total. And in addition to those, we have to pick up 3 hearts and the gun and the gun upgrade. So first of all, we're going to get the gun here. Now, I think I usually just go for the collectible on the first pass. Ah, shit. Probably shouldn't swear. So... there's another abandoned core, so we now have 2 out of 11, if I can count. And we're gonna go get the last heart. So now we have all the hearts, and we're gonna... I forgot what category we were in again. So there, that's the only reason we need to avoid all the checkpoints at the beginning, just to get that one core. Also, the room we got the core in is also the very last room of the game, which you'll see later. And actually on top of the ledge in the very first room is the boss trigger. And it's there the whole game, so you can actually get to it and start the boss fight without really having to do anything. So now we're gonna be going for the gun upgrade, and once we have the gun upgrade we're gonna start killing all the monsters we see. There's a neat little trick here. If you get it at some of the top pixels there, you can do it in one jump. And there's also a trick here where... no, I was a bit late, but you can sort of get that boost jump while the dialogue appears. We're gonna get the gun here, and then we're gonna start killing everything. For the sort of 107% part of the game, I getting to every room. There's really only one room we don't go to usually. All the other rooms we have to go to anyway, because they're either just part of the route to the end, or there are like monsters or collectibles in those rooms. But there is one room, and before I used to go to it in a sort of slow manner, but now you're just gonna see it for like a couple frames. We had a red beam again. It doesn't really matter for this category, because this is another in-game time category, so it doesn't actually lose me any in-game time to do that. I think I've gotten everything up until this point, so we are good to go. I keep forgetting that there's not actually a dialogue box there on the second pass. This time we're gonna go down here. I don't actually know why that doesn't happen. Sansa just asked why the block above in the room with the gun upgrade doesn't disappear. I don't really know why that doesn't happen. Anyway, that was another abandoned core, and then we're gonna kill these guys and get the abandoned core down here. And we're gonna do a neat little trick where we teleport over while collecting it, which saves quite a lot of time. And then we're gonna go to what we refer to as the Tree-Man's domain, because there are some monsters we have to kill there. And also it's the fastest way to get to the room we're only gonna see for a couple of frames. Well, actually it's not the fastest way to get to it, but it's the best way to get to it if you have to go here anyway. So, let's see, when I go through the door down there, it's the room to the right of the room I end up in after going through the door. That's the room you're gonna see for just a couple of frames. Well, if I do it correctly, that is. Usually I would walk all the way over, but now I just jump into it, like so. And that's all that room is good for. There's no other reason to go to that room. It literally just has lava in it, and that's it. Anyway, let's keep going. We have to keep killing everything. Also, maybe I can get this now. Yes. So you want to get that high so that you land on top of that block, so that it crumbles while you're killing the enemies. That way you can continue on with the run as quickly as possible. Again, here we usually for any percent we do it a bit fancier than that, but since we have the upgraded Gauss gun, it's just as fast to just shoot the Gauss gun and then teleport. Oops, okay, there we go. I haven't really explained the beams, so there are 3 different types of beams. Red beams just block your shot, blue beams acts like walls, while green beams sort of lift your or changes the direction of your shot, so it goes upwards. That's a bit early. That worked. Got that first try, which is nice. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the fact that there we go. The fact that the monsters reappear doesn't matter. The requirement is just to kill them at least once. They'll respawn whenever the room respawns. So we get this core down here, and then we're going to go for a bit of a risky shot. And we got it. You can get that shot a bit wrong and end up dying, because the moving blocks have spikes underneath them. Why did I do that? There we go. So again, we can't do the death warp strat from any percent because we kill everything. We are missing 2 cores, and then we're going to talk to... There we go, that's how you do the chain jump. It's very tricky to get right, especially since there's that moving block in the middle, so if you don't time it correctly and if you move too far, you can either hit it with a teleshot, which will stop you from getting up there, or you'll get hit by the spikes and die, which is bad. Remember to kill that guy. So that was the second to last core we got in the previous room, and now we're going to go for the very last core, and then we're going to talk to the trader who is going to upgrade our ship. Oh, Okay. Haven't had a problem with that cycle in a while. Yeah, he's gonna upgrade our ship, which is gonna make the very last boss fight a lot easier. Because it makes the ship very powerful. Oh, yeah, I got it. So that guy up there is the traitor, and we're gonna... And if you have some of the... I don't know the exact numbers, but if you have some of the cores, he's gonna upgrade your ship a little, and if you have all the cores, he's gonna upgrade your ship fully. I did that wrong. So yeah, he works for Grigori, but he's a traitor, so he's going to help us upgrade our ship. And then we're just gonna death warp, because it's faster. And then again, we need to kill everything. Well, he almost started shooting. And here we have all the bats, and the easiest way to deal with bats is just to let them come down to you. If you start jumping, their movement becomes kind of erratic and they can be very hard to hit. So it's easier to just stay on the same level and wait for them to get to you. I'm gonna try for... yeah, so we got the damage boost here. If you jump right after taking damage, you can actually get a little bit of extra height. Coming up on the end game here, which is fairly easy when you have the upgraded Gauss gun. All the enemies kind of melt. This trick is kind of hard though. I'm having trouble with it. God. Yeah, okay, there we go. It's one of those tricks where, you know, you either get it in the first couple of tries or you're gonna be there for a while. The timing is a bit brutal. I almost did that wrong. So that's the last guard we're gonna talk to. He opens the door on the top there. And as you can see, with the upgraded gun, everything sort of melts. And there is a strat that's a bit better for this room, where you can do the climbing while you kill all the bats, but it's not at all consistent. So yeah, this is the boss, and we're getting to the boss fight in the next room, or the first boss fight at least. With the upgraded Gauss gun, it's very easy. He doesn't even get into his attack cycle at all. And then we get the light orb. We need this to repair our ship and be able to beat Grigori's ship, which is gonna be very fast now because we have the upgraded ship, so we shoot a lot more. And we're done. It's just a couple of seconds to kill him with the upgraded ship. So that's 107%, unless I missed something, which I don't think I did.